Buenos dias, YouTube. All right. Thank you for tuning to the Lifematician channel. Happy Tuesday. Happy Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year. Okay. Now, I posted y'all new moon messages on TikTok of what y'all need to know about this new moon. I also posted a little bit of the astro glitter highlights of this week on TikTok as well to better assist you if you aren't able to make it to this full YouTube video. But bitch, if you not subscribed, I'd advise you to go subscribe. Okay? Now, you know, it always sounds crazy to the other party until, you know what I'm saying, it's proven to you. See, I'm telling you shit because I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm also telling you on the behalf of this $1 billion plan me and God got. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying, you need to just go ahead and just fall into line. You know what I'm saying? Get your folder. Get your folder, get your pen, get your paper, get your Kleenex, get you a diary. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I'm teaching you, he wants me to teach you. I always tell people, if you come across me on your journey to any of my videos, TikToks, tweets, any of that means you need a wake-up call. And you don't need to hear it in a fairy tale way. You don't need to hear, well, I feel that you are, no, you need to hear just like this. You fucking up. You fucking up. Okay? Now, with this new moon in Aquarius, the reason why I probably just went off that whole tangent is because the new moon in Aquarius and Mars being in Capricorn is really putting a emphasis on where you're fucking up at. And it's creating a lot of inner because it's no longer a warning anymore. This is now like, this is it. This is like you had warnings after warnings after warnings after warnings. The universe don't have time to be warning you no more. They don't. So, you know, you decided to pick the easy way out, the easy version of this plan, of this game. By all means, you're now in that game. You're now in that game, okay? Now, I don't know at what point God will say, okay, I want them to get back on the original plan. 333 on the clock. As I look, I don't know when God will put you back on the original plan until he can see consistency, until he can see discipline. And that was funny because in Daily Glitter that I posted last night on TikTok, I had said that the patience and planning card came up, the obstacles and challenges card came up, the heartache and loss shit, that came up too. But it fell on the floor. So I felt like if you did the work, that's what you were coming out of, because of the fact that you had to fight for your destiny, because the destiny card came after that. It's the number 10. And I remember posting on my last YouTube video. No, let me stop. It's not my last one. It probably was like a couple videos back, the Daily Glitter. I remember I had that blanket on me. And I was telling y'all about how the Rise of the Guardians, they made me watch that, and that shit came out 10 years ago. And then I said, you know, I think it got something to do with the planets. And then come to find out it had nothing to do with the planets. It was in regards to the completion of cycles. And what's even crazy is, every time that not every time, but majority of the time that I'm making OG Chronicles and it's some type of emphasis on the message, I always see 10-10. So if you ever caught one of those TikToks where I'm like, TikTok, something, 10-10 on the clock, that message was definitely for you. If you've been seeing 10-10, that message was definitely for you. If you feel like you are completing the cycle, you've done the work, you're trying to figure out where you are, you feel like you just been, feels like I'm falling. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on. You know a song channel for me the other day? DMX Slipping. Okay, in the song, that nigga says, and yeah, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up, I got to get up. That is the energy. So everybody's been slipping. They've been falling. They've been losing their footy a little bit. They've been doing all that. But the number one rule of Cascade, what they say, you don't fall. You don't fall. A lot of y'all fail. You fail. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Somebody got an ambulance. And that's exactly what the fuck I was telling y'all, how the spiritual people will come pick y'all ass up. Because you fail. A lot of y'all fail in ways that I don't think you intended to. But God was like, see, they keep busting that turn a little bit too hard. They keep trying to bust that trick too fast. They keep trying to force it and push it. You get what I'm saying? When you doing tricks, I think the number one thing that a person that will tell you that do tricks is you got to trust in yourself. You got to trust and believe. If I fucking hit, y'all, let me tell y'all something, baby. When you wake up, curls don't never look how they did before. She look like a whole bunch of waves, but it's all right. We'll get back cute in a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing they probably say is that they trust themselves. A lot of y'all, this destiny, and it's funny because like it's as I'm talking about people that do all these stunts and shit, that be their destiny to do shit like that. They be following their destiny, and the number one thing that they always say is you gotta trust yourself. It's funny that my right ear's itching. I'm trying to tell you is this: if you fail and you are in this generic version of the game, I want you to know that you are now on a spiritual journey to gain your trust and gain your what else you gaining? I feel like you get, and I was telling y'all how y'all gonna be in a more authoritative place if you did the work. If you didn't do the work and you are starting your journey, here we go again, y'all. It just be so much shit be going on. Like, here we go again. And then it don't even be like, you know what's so crazy about these symptoms that I be having when I'm channeling? It don't ever be like something's like in my nose. It's always right here where it's like literally itching, tickling like a feather. Like, it's always something like that. It's the weirdest thing I think I've ever encountered in my life. Like, and I had to like start to get okay with some of these symptoms because, baby, people would think I've been playing with my nose. And I tell people all the time, if you ever do anything with your nose, I automatically identify you as a crackhead. I can't unsee it. So luckily, nobody's ever snorted some shit in front of me, because the first thing I'm going to say is, you are a crackhead. I don't care nothing about that. I ain't going to judge you. I'm going to judge you, but I'm not going to judge you. Okay? So, yeah, so basically, if you didn't, you're now you're in your spiritual journey. You falling and getting to this generic game is going to be your spiritual journey. It's not easy. It's not what people think. It's not about waking up early and being productive. Some days you don't do that. You don't do that. And I want y'all to also understand, for the ones that are starting your journey, or your whatever place you are as your journey, you'll know, trust me, you'll know what I'm talking about, because bitch, you could be just going through it emotionally, just going through it, you're frustrated, you're aggravated, all that. God knows what happens during these journeys. So if there are days that you don't feel like getting up, there's a reason for it. Trust me, your body's not telling you something out of the normal, okay? But also, what I want you to understand on this spiritual journey is, I don't give a fuck how bad you be down. You need to always make sure you're straight. So you need to talk to God like, hey, look, I want to gain this back with you. I want to be locked in with you again. You know what I'm saying? But we got to make sure we good on this muggle world. I got to make sure my bills is paid. I got food to eat. I got heat. I got everything at this time. Like, God, that's the things that I need. So you work with me, I work with you. And he be like, all right. Because if you trying to pump fake with God, that's the dead move walking. It ain't gonna work. He gonna be like, you trying to finesse? I created the world. I created your problems so you can learn from them. And you trying to finesse? You crazy as hell. Get your shit together. I ain't no dummy. Do I look dumb to you? Like, that be God trying to tell y'all, like, he be like, do I look dumb to you? And that's another reason why I've been telling y'all, like, the people that was in power, that's about to be taken out of power, they're going to be so confused. Or why? Because of the fact that you weren't doing this correctly. You were trying to pull a fast one on God. How you pull a fast one on God? See, I posted this last week about, in the sense of that I knew God picked me to do this for people because how I keep it real with people. Okay, I'm not gonna shoot the shit with you, baby. I don't got time to do that. You know what I'm saying? I have the Queen of Swords tattooed on my ass for a reason, baby. I speak my truth. Don't matter what it don't matter what it does, bitch. I told you it's the truth. The truth shall set you free. Okay? So as I was giving y'all the download of the rise of the angels, God is now putting his people in power that he needs in power to let y'all know what's really going on. Y'all don't no longer need to hear about karmics. Y'all don't no longer need to hear about a twin flame. Y'all no longer need to hear about all that extra shit. Y'all don't need to hear about that no more. I promise you, he's making that very clear. Y'all gonna see what real twin flames are real soon. This year, between this year and next year, y'all gonna see what real twin flame. Between this next 18 months of this south node and this north node, y'all about to see who the real twin flames is. Cause it's not what y'all think. It's not what y'all think. God is putting his team together, and he's arising y'all people because he's already ahead of the game. So therefore, instead of him as one person trying to reach all 7.9 billion of y'all motherfuckers, and that's only the people that the world has calculated. There's probably more people in this world. He's having other people, his descendants, the same thing he did in the Bible. I'm trying to tell y'all, the Bible is replaying itself. See, if you look at the Bible in a fairy tale type of way, you ain't gonna never understand what we been at, what type of time we on. You know what I'm saying? But if you read the Bible and you really think, what is he trying to interpret from this? You might got to change the version of the Bible as well to understand what is going on. You might not be able to read it in GNTD. You might not be able to read it in the King James Version. But just know, whatever version that you align with, the secrets of the Bible are going to come to you. And I promise you, like, I don't read the Bible from page 1 to page whatever. It come as like God sends me a Bible verse. God might send me a story. He might make me do this. He might make me do that, so I can understand this. And you always pay attention to when you get certain Bible verses and what they are saying. I realized one time, I told myself, when I started my journey, I had to realize, like, damn, bitch, you have tattoos of like notes, like notes on you. You know what I'm saying? For you to remember what this is. You know what I'm saying? I seen this video the other day, and it was talking about how left eye, you know what I'm saying? Her left eye was like her higher self, and her right eye was her darker self. And I started thinking about that shit like, damn, you probably right, because, and not even in the sense of like, you know, the eyes and shit or whatever, but it was true about the light and the dark. Your left side is your divine feminine energy. Your right side, I think, is your darker energy. Now, I don't think it's bad, but I think the fact that it's light and dark, and you need light and dark. That's why another reason I'm trying to tell y'all, he tired of y'all with this whole, he's with this karmic and he doesn't love me. And I'm going to just stay here because, like, we're twin flames. And I'm not going to worry about, like, what I would need to do. Like, if you think that something so powerful as a twin flame is something so beneath the dirt, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Okay? He needs you to understand that this operation, as I've been telling y'all, this operation is bigger than what you think. Okay? So if the operation is bigger than what you think, that means your process of where you are has to all align. So I tattooed a lot of the things. The right side of me, of the whatever side, I realized I got this, which is the duality of divine feminine, of the lion and the flowers, as well as I got the crown of royalty. And then I got a cross, and I got some birds, 15 on the clock, which is 6 harmony. Come on. God is saying, do your thing, baby. Talk your shit. I got the birds right here coming out of the cross to basically say that I will always be free from the Lord. The Lord has set me free. Not free from the Lord, excuse me. The Lord has set me free. These are doves. These little birds. They doves. Like little doves. They dark doves. Okay, they birds. Freedom. I wish I could fly. Fly like a bird. Okay? All right, birds are very significant right now. I think I told y'all that. But anywho. So, on the left side of me has a lot of like God things on me. Okay? So I got like my grandmama name, which she is my OG. She is my like that's who I follow. You know what I'm saying? I probably got plenty of other spirit guides and ancestors and all that, but that one right there, we locked in. We've been locked in since I was born. Okay. And then I got the birds also of her holding, this is a dove too. Her holding one side and me holding the other side, and then her husband passed away, so I decided that those were them. Which is very strange that I did that when her husband passed away months after her. Can't make this shit up. On here, I got a clock. The clock on here say 444, 444 stability, but it's also your angels. I got 2 Corinthians 4:18 tatted on me, which is that you continue to walk with things that you cannot see, because the things that you can't see are for a lifetime. The things that you can see are only for this time. I got God is within her on the left leg, and then I got she laughs without fear of the world, so she will not fail on the right leg. That's the dark side. I laugh without fear because I can't fail. That is something that God wants y'all to understand. Of when you are in your when you have combined all 3 people, inner child, higher self, all that. And it's funny because I never really paid. I tattoo shit on me for a reason, but it's starting to come more apparent to me because it's also like past lives starting to come up, Akashic records starting to come up, also just different little things of the journey, realizing like, why did you tat this? This was for me to always remember checking the time. I don't need to check the time. Things that I can't see, that's what's going to be the lifetime. Things that I see is just for now. This is a lot of like faith energy. This is a lot of like I said, discipline energy. Because also with when you want certain things to happen as above, so below, you need to make sure as above is locked in with below. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, if you aren't really acting that way in spirit, your below isn't going to reflect the outer. So therefore, if you are in spirit, you're acting fearful and all that. That means down here, you're going to act like you got to have some type of power. When you already act powerful up here, you act more calm when you down here. Because you powerful up there, meaning that you powerful in shit that people can't even see. That's a lot right there. When you powerful in ways that people can't see, that's way more powerful than things that you can see. That's why it's another thing about how y'all have to let people be people. You have to let people show them true selves. Let them X themselves out. That's probably one of the number one advice I can give you on this journey is let people X themselves out. Just let them do it. Because if they didn't show you their little shady side, not knowing who you are, that's why I said, I remember posting this when I first started on my Instagram. I remember saying, I don't have to throw my weight around and let people know that I'm smart. I'm smart. And I remember I said that in a video and I kind of got caught up on it because my muggle body was like, that sounds cocky. But my higher self was like, bitch, that's the truth though. You are smarter than a lot of people. But you remain humble, but there's no need for you to have to belittle yourself in order to make others feel comfortable. So be smart, but you don't have to throw that around. You don't have to do that. But you're telling facts. You are smarter than most people. And I know that. I just don't feel the need to insult people's intelligence as much. You've already insulted your own intelligence by how you're acting. God has pushed me and 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 pushed me to always see the bigger picture in things. So the fact of he's like, all right, like it's like he has this deal with you. God makes this deal with you. When you decide to get on this journey, and he tell you he reveals all these things about yourself to yourself. See, these airplanes keep going by right in front of me as soon as I start saying shit like that. That'd be my confirmation. Thank you, God. When you say, I'm done. This game is some bullshit. I don't want to do this game no more. For some reason, I've been on this same level, and he be like, damn, they don't even realize that. Damn, that's the last level. Like they just gonna keep playing the same thing over and over again, just over and over again. They don't even realize that this ain't even the real game. This ain't even the real game. When that clicks to you, that something about this game is off. It don't look like the real Mario Karts. Something in him goes, all right, now we go. Now we get ready to play, because now you can talk business. With this new moon in Aquarius, with us having a second moon, that's also the blue. It's like a blue moon every now and then, which is also bringing me to the card of, in the Moonology deck, of believing the impossible. This also goes into the fact of the things you can't see. That is what this energy is doing right now, collective. With Mars being in Capricorn for the next 6 weeks, that's why I said he now it's like, all right, let's talk business. Let's do this. Because now you ready to run with the big dogs. You want you want to chill with the big boys. God is a businessman. He's a big homie. I always tell that. God is my big homie. We talk business. We talk. I sit at the table in an executive way. You're not able to manifest in the way you need to manifest, because and that's another thing I also learned is your manifestation tips have to be, manifestation, like your tactics of manifestation, they have to be from a distance. You can't manifest closely. When you manifest in a more broader way, it creates, see that plane. It creates this sense of security in the things that are coming. So you're manifesting money, but you're so focused on the cash flow, but you didn't even realize that your bill got paid. You didn't have to pay for food. You just got food stamps. You got a proof of food stamps out of nowhere. You just got a loan for this. You did what I'm saying. Like, it don't have to come. You got to manifest from back here. Manifest from back here. That's what bosses do. Real bosses don't talk. We just sit back and listen. That paper up and then make boss moves. She likes to argue, so I sent that bitch to law school. That's your higher self. That's your higher self and your inner child. Yeah. Your higher self said that bitch like to argue. She like to talk all this shit. Let me send her ass to law school so she can learn how to have a more intelligent debate. That she can learn how to use her words and to be articulate and to know and have knowledge is power. Lawyers can be very corrupted, but one thing about a good lawyer is a good lawyer knows their knowledge. They know their facts. That's what this Aquarius energy, this Queen and King of Swords, this King and Queen of Swords is motherfucking the lawyers. This is Proctor. This is Annalise Keating. This is Olivia Pope. This is their type of energy. And then when they come in, what do? They handle that shit. Even if sometimes it might not go specifically as they plan, just know they got you out of it. This is this energy. This energy with 2333 on the clock as I looked up. This energy. It's another plane that went by. God got me right now this morning. Woo, he got me right this morning. This energy is an episode of Scandal, of How to Get Away with Murder. Do you see the groups of people that have to come together to make things happen? Do you see the assignment and the role everybody has to play? If you watch How to Get Away with Murder and they have flashbacks of how they met and who was who and how it just coincidentally dinkling like having to it all intertwines, that's what's about to happen. Mars and Capricorn is bringing the people together that want to talk business, that don't want to play. I'm not going to play with you. Do I look like I got time to play with you? With this new moon in Aquarius, the second moon happening, and the first moon, the first new moon that happened at the beginning of this month was in Capricorn. So that was your time to say, hey, these are my new manifestations, and let me be serious about them. And now that Aquarius season here, it's like second time around. All right, that was a trial run. These last 4 weeks was a trial run. Now that it's in Aquarius, let me be logical. Let me get my facts together. Let me put my suit on. Let me put my suit on. because God is your judge. Your defendant and your plaintiff, you're trying to win the argument to God to say, hey, I deserve this abundance. This is my abundance. This is my divine right. I deserve this love. I deserve this business. I deserve this career. I deserve this money. I deserve all this expansion things that are about to happen, because that's what Jupiter and Saturn are. Jupiter, oh, it's another fucking plane. That's what I'm talking about. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Juno, Mercury. I don't know. All the planets right now are on the jury. They're watching to see if you're guilty or are you not. If you are guilty of not taking things for, you know what I'm saying, not taking ownership, not taking accountability, not doing your thing, if you are found guilty for that, you're going to receive your karma 2555 as I say that. If you're not guilty of these things, they are now basically what I'm saying is we're getting down to the verdict. We're getting to the verdict. We're getting to the verdict because Mercury is also going direct this week in Capricorn. We're getting to the verdict. Saturn is the stickler. Uranus is dynamic change. That's why I also said this plot twist, these curveballs that Uranus is throwing, is because Uranus is dynamic change. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is this, which is ruled by Capricorn, which are humanitarians. They don't never want to be like nobody else. They always want to be right. So with these dynamic changes, I'm telling y'all, it's going to come with facts. Facts. And you're going to be looking very, very, very crazy. Because you're gonna be like, oh, your higher self, you know what I'm saying? You know, you became the lawyer and you're trying to present your case. So now the jurors say, hey, we're missing the evidence from box 144. And you're like, how the fuck do they know about box evidence 144? An inbox of evidence 144, you maliciously did a lot of things. You did not move forward out of fear. You decided to not take the higher road towards something. Yeah. Evidence box 144, thank you, phone just rang, is calling. The verdict is in. Hello? The verdict is in. They're coming with the verdict. The answers are in. The answers are in. Everything is coming in. They have reached, the jury is about to reach their is it deliberation? Or their agreement. I don't fucking know. Because the verse of the day, let me go ahead and tell y'all the verse of the day, why I put emphasis on this, because the verse of the day, and let me tell you also this, is verse Psalms 121:2, which is 12:12, which is once again a godly number. Eye of the tiger. The verse of the day is, my help will come from the Lord who made heaven and earth, as another plane flies by. And you know what's so crazy? These planes, I live by the airport, so planes flying by is very normal for me. But the fact that these planes keep flying dead in front of me, they're not flying over me. I'm not just hearing them, they're flying dead in front of me. Like, it's like if I was sitting outside, they normally would be higher up. But due to the fact that I'm in my house, I'm in my window, I'm seeing this, they look like they're even more brought down so I can see them to get confirmation every time it flies by. The verdicts are coming in. The verdicts are coming in. They've reached their verdict. God said, all right, jury, what do you think? Saturn said, nah, they're not ready. So Jupiter says, fuck, I thought they weren't guilty. Mercury said, no, they guilty as a motherfucker. They thoughts was holding them back. They guilty as a motherfucker. Pluto said, no, they're definitely not ready. Okay, they were over there lying to their partner and settling. Pluto said they're not ready. Pluto said they're not ready. Juno as well. Juno is the planet of love and partnerships. They say, Juno said, See, we're getting direct because we're getting to the verdict. Juno said, yeah, I don't think they're ready either over here. Yeah, sorry. Hey, let me go ahead and tell you. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready. See, we went through this thing during the retrograde where we went through this thing during retrograde where they were maliciously doing things in the sense of wanting love, but being very beneficial, transactional based. And then in this business partnership that they were in, they kind of slimed their partner, so it's I just don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready. And God's like, okay, we reached the verdict. We have identified the defendant as guilty of all charges of not being ready to get to this next cycle. And a lot of y'all, some of y'all just biting out. Because that box, evidence 144, has everything that you did that you thought that they didn't see as that y'all was doing. Remember I told y'all, the universe knows shit that y'all don't. Them planets been watching y'all this whole retrograde to see how you doing? How are you putting your shit together? A lot of y'all also, when evidence box number 188 came, it's for the other group. You know what group you in. They brought that box out. The juror said, where's box number 188? So, you didn't know. So you still batting because you don't even know how this shit finna ride. You don't really know what's gonna happen right now. You don't know, but you know that you feel you've done the right thing. You intuitively know you've been following directions or whatever. So they bring out the box, and come to find out, this box has everything in it that you've done that you thought nobody saw. So the time that instead of you beating up that bitch for talking crazy, you walked off and said, you have a blessed day. Mercury said, yeah, she kind of let that slide. Mercury also said, something electronic fucked up, or, something communication was a little off. And instead of you being out of ego and being crazy and doing extra shit, you was just like, it's okay. God got it. Mercury said, yeah. They was ready because, we threw some shit at them. And they just kind of was just like, it is what it is. Yeah, I think they're ready. Saturn said, yep, it's a lot of things that they did based off their morals. They went without a lot of things. So I think they're ready too. And Jupiter's like, yes, finally, somebody's ready in this motherfucker. I can do my shit. I can hit a little razzle dazzle on their ass. Ding. Jupiter, what y'all don't know is between both groups, Jupiter is always for your expansion. Jupiter always wants you to be bigger than what you are. Another fucking plane. Jupiter wants you to be expanded. So whatever side you on, Jupiter is always going to be for you. Jupiter's that one planet that is for you. Okay? The second group, Uranus said, I ain't gonna lie, I threw some curveballs on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Blew up their job. They got fired from their job. Yeah. They whole relationship blew up in their face. They realized that wasn't the guy. That wasn't the girl. They, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have no money in their account. And they just shrugged it off. Everything's cool. Okay, Pluto said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I brought up some shit about they past on them, and you know what I'm saying, I brought up some other shit, and they just let the shit ride, you know what I'm saying? They just said, you know what I'm saying, God gave it to them, you know what I'm saying? All these planets, Juno, same thing. Juno, for the people that I was telling y'all about, Juno said, you know what? They didn't settle. They did say that they wanted a husband. You know, they've been really holding their sexual energy. They've been really evaluating themselves, their emotions and stuff like that. So I think this is a go. Saturn says, you know what? Yeah. And God says, all right, I think we reached the verdict. Let's go. This was your test. These were your assignments. This is why I said these are the assignments. So before we start giving out assignments, God had to decipher what group goes here and what group goes there, because he's not going to align somebody from the guilty pile with a non-guilty person. If y'all was to ever cross paths, you would know automatically that guilty person holds no weight over you. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how much nothing. They don't. You'll know. You'll know. And you'll know what verdict. You'll know that they were guilty of not being ready. You're going to see it on them. That's how much of a transformation, that's how much of you closing this case with God has really empowered you to see. So now instead of you being on some like why is she acting like that? You're going to automatically know like, oh yeah, she's acting like that because that bitch is unhappy. You're miserable. See, baby, you want company with that misery. Shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo. We don't play like that. Okay? So, whew, that was a channel message for your ass. All right, y'all. I don't even feel like I should pull cards. I think that's about it. Like, that's the energy that's going on right now with all these shits going direct and, you know, all this energy that's flowing in and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, Aries season is going to be in a movement. You got to get cleared from customs before you start. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all with Aries season, a lot of y'all have been United States bound. When Aries season get here, a lot of y'all will now be international. That means you opening up your horizon. That means you now have your passport to explore multiple opportunities, multiple things, multiple partners, multiple businesses, multiple emotions, multiple energies flying. I'm telling you, these planes is fucking, I'm telling you, everybody that got the verdict of that it's a go, they own planes right now and they just flying by, because it's a go. Okay? Now, if you need help in this, if you need some counsel, if you need to step and have a debrief, and you need just a little bit of clarity, you know what I'm saying? You know, hit me up. Book a meeting with me. You dig what I'm saying? You have to learn to invest in yourself. So one of the other things that I want to tell you guys, if you're a business owner right now, you need to be looking at your prices. You need to be looking at your business. You need to be revamping your business sites. You need to be revamping everything. You need to be revamping. I cannot say that shit no more. You need to be making adjustments, and don't make these adjustments based off other people, what other people see. I was adjusting my prices and a part of me was like, maybe they're just a little too high. Then I start realizing, bitch, do you not know how much value of your words are when people like my intuition is spot the fuck on. Okay? I know what and it's not in the sense of like, oh, she thinks she know what I know. I know because of the fact that I've listened. I hear it. We hear. I'm more tapped in than you. And there's nothing that I'm better than you. It's nothing like that. This wasn't your assignment. This is my assignment. So trust me, I'm very, 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 very equipped to do this job. So therefore, I'm not going to negotiate and belittle what I deserve because you guys step your cookies up. The fuck? This is still the real world, bitch. You need to make you some money. You need to get on your shit. So when you are having these meetings and you're realizing like, oh, 200, wow, you have to realize the investment that you're receiving from this. You have an hour. You have an open hour with me to literally know whatever you need to find out. You have 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Even with the pre-records, you have that amount of time for you to get pure knowledge from somebody that is connected to God very closely. That in itself is very powerful. So I had to make sure I acknowledge that about myself. That's that authority thing I'm telling y'all. You need to step into your authority power. A lot of y'all are stepping into your empress and emperor power. So therefore, there is no negotiating. There is no none of that. If you can't afford it now, that's perfectly fine. Figure what you can afford. Learn from this. If you have a simple question, ask it. One thing I want y'all also to understand is a lot of y'all are starting to realize that closed mouths don't get fed. So you having a closed mouth with the universe didn't get you fed. You having a closed mouth with people didn't get you fed. Only thing that y'all need to understand is the fact of that if you ask somebody something and they say, unfortunately, you would need to book a session, you need to politely say, okay, cool. But little do you know, sometimes you just ask a question, you might get your answer right then and there. Use your discernment. 9 times out of 10, if you ever reach out to me, I feel out the energy. If I feel like you on some goofy shit, bitch, you ain't gonna get no fucking love from me. Hey, you talking about? You not finna, I don't play like that. This love expensive over here, baby. I am not one of them. Okay? So like, You need to use your discernment with people. You need to get on your shit. You need to start making money. And when I say that, how do I make this money? You don't need to think hard on how you need to make the money. Okay? You need to listen to how can you make the money. All right, I'm done. I love y'all. Whew, my head itching, downloads coming. God said, get on there and talk. Get on now. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Okay. Happy New Year. I feel like this is your Happy New Year that you need. I hope you got your ducks in a row because you're going to court. You're fighting for your life right now. Whew. All right. I'm done. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you need to book a meeting with me, please book. It's a lot of heart. A lot of things with the heart. I gotta go. Bye, y'all.